12 Angry Men for Catholic people. I have seen the light of Islam. First date idea. Take her to see Morbius and tell her it's empty because you rented out the theater. This would have made an epic Fortnite collaboration. Why has God abandoned us? Shaking my head every time Art kills someone so the crowd at the theater knows I'm against murder. This happened to my friend Susan. Al Pacino goes gilf hunting. That dumbass toddler would have never got the drop on me, let me tell you that. I continually want to delete this app and kill myself. Infinity War for insufferable people. I can confirm this as my best friend really likes Leon Kennedy. Like he really likes Leon Kennedy. Like there are 1,344 results for the word Leon in our Discord DMs. Need some hurt/comfort emo Leon slut Kennedy ex himbo Chris Redfield content, but AO3 was down. Hawksfratu. I can't fucking do this, man. Did Unk swallow his sperm? Hey kiddos, I'll keep this one quick and snappy so you can get back to the content you clicked on the video for. This video is sponsored by Instant Gaming, the only place you can get ridiculous deals like getting Final Fantasy Rebirth for 45% off. And with a 4.7 rating from over 750,000 Trustpilot reviews, you can be sure you'll actually get the product you paid for on time and without a hitch. You can even pre-order games for cheaper than their launch price. You can buy Assassin's Creed Shadows right now for 29% off. And they even give you a safety guarantee where if a game's price drops before launch, you'll be refunded the difference. Between the nearly perfect review scores, the huge selection of games, the amazing deals, and the multi-platform support, Instant Gaming is a no-brainer. And if you make an account using my code, then you enter a free giveaway to win any game of your choice. Thank you so much to Instant Gaming for supporting the channel. Now back to the reviews. We come to this place for magic. We come to the theater to laugh, to cry, to care, because we need that. All of us. That indescribable feeling we get when the lights begin to dim. We go somewhere we've never been before. Not just entertained, but somehow reborn together. Dazzling images on a huge silver screen. Sound that I can feel. Somehow, heartbreak feels good in a place like this. Our heroes feel like the best part of us. And stories feel perfect and powerful. Because here, they are. This is a review for Madam Web. Specifically one written by Mike Flanagan. You know, the guy who made The Haunting of Bly Manor, Dr. Sleep, and one of the best written TV shows of all time. Yeah, he wrote this. I would let the polar bear rail me. The Social Network for fat people. His legs weren't even that long. Scott Pilgrim for 40-year-old white men. Wouldn't the wife notice his penis was different? That wasn't very funny. Indian lore is nuts. What zero pussy does to a motherfucker. Upon leaving the theater, my dog looked at me with tears in his eyes. We made our way back to the car, and as we were making our way home, he looked at me and said, "They did it, Jaden." That was my Black Panther. Every time Gary Oldman yelled, the Academy voters started jacking off harder. Fellas, is it gay to play your former heist crew member's favorite song when trying to kill him? When this came out, I thought that David Hasselhoff was a fictional character created specifically for this movie. And to be honest, I'm still not quite convinced he's real. Impeccable live-action BoJack Horseman fanfic. Shout out to the plus-sized homeboy who literally chased me and my date out of the theater all the way to my fucking car and then proceeded to try and smash into my car as I was actively trying to drive away, all because I told him to move his shit out of my seat. They said they wrote this in 5 weeks as a flex. It's like, well, I gotta tell you, maybe you needed 6. After applauding at the credits, this guy sat beside me and told his buddy that Shang-Chi is the best foreign film he's ever seen. Adam Brody takes an unidentified pill that turns out to be a cocaine cocktail and then beats the shit out of an e-boy and throws him into a ravine, and it's the sexiest thing I've seen in a while. Merry Christmas. Stephanie Germanata has led me to places I wouldn't even go with a gun. Watching this is the equivalent to being made a delicious, frothy cappuccino made personally by Todd Phillips himself. Until I go to taste the coffee, only to find out it's not coffee, and it's actually just piss. To which I look up in horror and see Todd Phillips stood there with a devious grin on his face. I saw a group of guys when I walked out of this. One of them literally said, "I really hope Gladiator 2 isn't a fucking musical," and I genuinely lost it. That alone was better than this whole movie. Better movie about child trafficking than Sound of Freedom. This film looks like found footage of the average Christmas when my dad was living with us. I was at the dentist today for an hour and a half with Imagine Dragons playing in the background the entire time, and I can't believe that wasn't the most painful experience I had today. Austin Butler is so bald. I've never seen anyone be so bald in my life. So moisturized and bald. He was glowing more than Edward in Twilight. What's your Megamind head skincare routine, Elvis boy? Can somebody match Nicolas Cage's Freak? Whenever I think about getting back together with my ex, I watch this film. Works like a charm every time. In hindsight, I suppose I probably could have just set my money on fire and pissed on Brandon Lee's grave myself. See, this is why I simply don't have sex. 1 second you're just laying down the pipe, and all of a sudden the big boy come in to try and stab you because he's jealous of you and your rockin' hog. I don't need that pressure in my life. Porkin' is a young man's game. I got bills to pay. Watching this in Utah is the 4D experience. Rebel Moon is Star Wars if it was made by Zack Snyder. So absolutely fucking awful. One of the worst films ever made, but also one of the most perplexing. Like Alan Wake 2 Matrix Resurrections for your bozo workmate. Floored by how much this turns into a needlessly dense multi-format metatext for the most brain-dead content ever conceived. I'm having a stroke trying to parse together any minor detail. It's like when you first watch The Return, any question raised only leads to an endless abyss of questions. What part of this is real? Who is Argyle? Is Argyle real? Am I Argyle? Are we all Argyle? Is Argyle behind the Matthew Vaughn cinematic over? Every moment of this made me physically nauseous, but I will never not be thinking about this again. At the 2-hour mark, I genuinely felt like I had unlocked new levels of brain rot I never thought possible. Like I was the Paul Atreides of stupid. Am I Argyle? Busting doesn't make me feel good anymore. For the love of God, just give the kid antidepressants. I relate to Natalie Portman because I too take every artistic criticism to an intensely personal level and love jerking off and stabbing myself. Alien abortion, still my favorite scene in all of feminist film Her Story. The boy and the heroine. Shit sucked mega cockaless. I am 11 years old. I was told to watch this. I normally don't write reviews, but I have written because I am so traumatized by this movie. Everything about this movie is disgusting. The jaw being pulled off, the fingernails having goo out of them, the vomit. I say you should be at least 21 to watch this. You will be traumatized otherwise. If you are under 21 and you still live with your parents, just ask for a permission slip. There is a naked woman and a naked man. They are doing the sitting method. I cried. Do not watch this. Barbie 2023, but for mentally ill people. I liked the movie, but to the person at the Roxy with the red hair, blue jacket, pink shirt, and yellow pants who came out the bathroom stall and locked eyes with me before I went in, man, you are going to hell. I have never seen that much pee left on a toilet seat before in my life. And on the floor, that was about a water bottle's worth of piss, just everywhere. That is insanity. You are an adult. Sometimes life is crazy. I don't deny you that. But you looked me dead in the eyes. You know what you did. How'd you flush in good conscience? Like, what were you flushing? Did any piss even make it in the toilet? Didn't even attempt to wipe any of the piss off. Just whole and incredible surprises left behind. And we expect to win the midterms with this type of human disarray among us? Good luck to us all. But yeah, I like the movie. Happy Halloween, y'all. Ari Aster, if you read this, please DM me. I would like to connect you to a prayer line. It is a phone number where anyone from 4 to 13, menopausal, Afro-Caribbean, Pentecostal women from the church I grew up going to will pray with you and for you on the phone for however long you need. You just dial in. You don't even have to speak. There is no pressure. Let them pray for you, Ari. DM me. Please, let these women lay spiritual hands on you. Contact me ASAP. I gave my 6-year-old son control of the remote and told him to pick a movie, so he sat through this abomination. I have since put him up for adoption. Michael Cera? Making a woman come? Funniest movie I've ever seen. Hilarious comedy. I've been laughing for 15 minutes straight. Michael fucking Cera, working the clip magic. I'm crying. Michael Cera, I love you. Thank you for this. Terrible, truly horrific. Everyone was sucking this movie off, and it was like a 2-hour episode of Scooby-Doo where James Bond talks like a slave owner. Guess I was on edibles and fell asleep for half an hour, but I don't think it affected my ability to judge the film. Anyway, I haven't seen the movie since it came out, and the only reason I'm posting this review is because I've gotten pussy off Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and wanted to give Letterboxd a try. Does this app have DMs? If so, please DM me a picture of your breasts if you're trying to smash. If it doesn't, I guess you can DM them on a different social media site, but be sure to include the fact that you saw my solicitation on Letterboxd first so I know how to count it properly. And as always, a huge thank you to all of my patrons, Daddy Helion, Dee Dee, and Michael Weingartner. Have a good night, everyone.